There were 3 plots in this episode. It was Dead Uncle, Sookie and Emily, and the farmer's market. And
I gotta say, this episode was not jam-packed. There was something that I really like about this episode where it's just very quaint, but it doesn't move anything forward. It has no major plot lines. If you said, "Hey, what happens in this episode?" or if you accidentally skip this episode, I don't think that you would
that's a good way to put it. If you skip this one, you've missed nothing.
Yeah, it didn't move any of their. It did show the kindness that Lorelai and Luke continue to have for each other, where they would drop their whole lives and keep helping each other. But that's always there. Emily's pushiness is always there.
Yes, exactly.
Jess doesn't care is always there. Yeah,
Sookie being easy to manipulate is always there. And I don't care enough about Taylor Doosey to even remember his name. Is it Doosey? Dorsey. I don't know. I love anything with Miss Patty, as we know, and she got my only laugh this episode. But I don't care about Taylor, and I don't care about his stupid store, and his store is a general store, so the farmer's market is not taking that much away from him, and we're supposed to care, and I just didn't, and I'm so sorry. I did not like the C plot of this episode, which is like, what's Taylor Doosey gonna do?
The fact that he was like rumbling to himself,
we're focusing. I'm like, why are we focusing on this? So weird.
Yeah. I don't know. And he calls him long-haired freak constantly. For some reason, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed every name he called him.
Right. I mean, the insults are great. Yeah. But,
and I have other names that he called him like further down.
Okay, you have the list?
Yeah, there's a short list, but it's long-haired freak is always, but he called him Rapunzel at some point. I don't know. Every time he addressed him, I'm like, what's the new name? That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
It's stupid, but yeah.
But then we go back to the inn and Sookie is entering Emily Land. Is this where we see all the tables set?
No, French fry, mom. Yes. The sample place settings.
The sample place settings.
Carrie, do you understand that these are the same people who did Steven Spielberg's daughter's dog's bar mitzvah?
I mean, I did not understand that. I have also never been to a bar mitzvah. Have you been to a bar mitzvah?
No.
I don't know. I didn't grow up, you grew up more Jewish than I did. Have you been to a bar mitzvah?
No, those kinds of things came later where, all these like dog spas and grooming, and there's like a dog party space and stuff like that. That's fairly new.
Right. People have too much money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. And people have too much money and nothing else to do. So they throw parties for their dogs. No shade. No shade. I mean, an excuse for a party is an excuse for a party.
That's how I feel.
But a bar mitzvah, is that offensive? If you were a rabbi, would you think that was stupid?
You'd then be offended.
It's like, doesn't the dog have to learn Hebrew?
Whatever.
The dog is now a man. I don't know how it all works.
This is suddenly anti-Semitic.
I don't mean it to be, but I feel like it is somehow. Okay, edit this out too. This is terrible. But yeah, so there's like party planners there. There's beautiful stemware. I mean, I would love to do this as a thing, but they're taking over the entire like dining hall of the inn to set up each table with it, and Emily's there being too much.
But you know what's funny? And I know this is just for the show, but Lorelai's the one who runs the inn. And she didn't know that the whole dining area for the restaurant part of the inn will look like a bar mitzvah. Like that, you might want to give a heads up to the...
Does it sound wrong?
I love it.
We have to stop saying that. I don't think we're allowed to say
I want to call this episode Bark Mitzvah.
This episode should have been called Bark Mitzvah. Can I go back?
Yes.
All right. Take this clip, throw it in the front of the episode. I would have called this episode Bark Mitzvah. Bad for the Jewish dogs.
By the way, we don't edit, so like Carrie has to live with everything she says.